Chemical formula. Method number 2. This is what's called the valence method. First thing, you need to understand what's meant by the valence method. Valence is an indication of how many electrons are present in the outer shell of the atom. If you look at the group number, so we've got group, we have group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. That tells you the number of elements, number of electrons that's present in their outer shell. But that doesn't tell you how many bonds it can make. Elements like to have a full outer shell. So the valence number tells you how many it needs to get or lose to gain a full outer shell. And you need to remember that it's easier to lose 1 than what it would be to gain 7 to make up the full outer shell. An outer shell needs 8. It's easier to lose 2 than what it would be to gain 6. Easier to lose 3, and so on. 4 doesn't make any real difference one way or the other. And it's easier to gain 3 than what it would be to lose 5 to make the full shell. Easier to gain 2, and so on. So easy to gain 1. And this is why noble gases who have a full outer shell of 8 don't react. Think of it in terms of arms. If it's in group 1, there's my element. It has 1 arm, so it can make 1 bond. If it's in group 2, it has 2 arms. It can make 2 bonds. Group 3, 3 arms. Group 4, 4 arms. And likewise, if it's in group 5, it can make 3 bonds. Group 6, 2, group 7, 1, group 8, none. This would mean that if we have an element from group 1, it can make 1 bond. If it's reacting with an element from group 7, that also makes 1 bond. So therefore, say that is sodium and that is fluorine, then the chemical compound would be NaF, 1 of each. If, say, we'll stick with sodium, it can make 1 bond, and that is reacting with an element, say, from group 6, which is, in this case, say, oxygen. Now you can see there's a spare arm there, so you're going to need to put in a second sodium. So the formula becomes Na2O. There is an easy way of doing this without having to do all the drawing, is that you can just look at what the valence number is, the number in red, and cross over with that. So if I go sodium, and I put the valence number in there, and oxygen, and I put the valence number in there, I can then take that valence number and put the 1 down here, put the 2 down here, and I finish up with the formula. If it's a 1, you don't need to write it in. This is the valence crossover method.